method of business would persist until the formation of the National Wrestling Alliance in 1948. The NWA as a central governing body, with its singular, undisputed world champion, would be absolute and undeniable. This control, combined with the expansion of the interstate highway system, and the inevitable popularity and availability of regional television, would usher in an era of wrestling that was defined by what would come to be known as the territory system. The territory system would dominate wrestling for nearly 4 decades. While the borders, authority, popularity, and obedience of individual NWA territories was in a near constant state of flux, to this day the impact and influence of these territories is still felt. Each territory had its own signature promoter and star. While it is impossible to cram these characteristics into a static, concrete map, we are damn sure going to try anyway.
So open up your eyes way before it gets too late. Now one man, there's no way you can. And if the street lights running, don't give a damn. A simple explanation that you'll never find. Sinners never sacrifice. We never leave love alone. Is hate really worth the price? Look at what we've done. Never cared for compromise. Always threatening someone's life, and it feels like the end of the world.
All right, welcome to This Week in Pro Wrestling with your host, Mike Monty and Jimmy Farrow. Jimmy!
Yo.
You at the house?
Yeah. You let me in.
Got some pizza?
Oddly.
You got Bartman and his son Shane?
Too much pizza, bro.
Oh, bro, yeah.
I mean, my God. For 3 days, they were following me around with a bag.
Let me ask you a question,
Yeah,
though.
sure.
Thoughts on, like, I don't eat Domino's
Neither do
often.
I. Not
And God
normally.
knows I shouldn't be eating any pizza. But
Me neither.
thoughts on Domino's?
Good. Solid. Serviceable. Cheese doesn't run. Decent temperature. All good.
And by the way, we want to thank our new sponsor, Domino's Pizza.
shit. Good
from
thing I
Monty
said
to
nice
Farrow.
stuff.
There you go. I want to thank you for joining us. We'll be running some ads shortly with Domino's Pizza. But go ahead. Doesn't run. How did you like the chicken wings?
I didn't try the chicken wings. I left that to you guys.
How-
There's something about bones. If I'm gonna,
You're one of
if I'm-
those guys that
Well, I'll
don't
tell
like
you
the
why.
bones
I'll tell
guy.
you why. Because I'm saving it for the Holocaust, the nuclear Holocaust. Because then I'll probably be like, all right, now I got to eat stuff with bones.
Right.
So I figured for now I'll remain civilized.
So you don't eat a steak with a bone in it.
No, I will. Sure, I'll work my way around
So it's
that
only
bone.
chicken.
There's something about the finger food with the bones and stuff and the sauce
I get
running
it.
all over.
A lot
the
of
sa-
people don't like it.
Yeah, I kind of like don't be interested in what I eat.
So,
you know,
and look, I'm not putting you under the gun, but thoughts
Under
on
the
my
gun.
wife's pigs in the blanket.
Those were good.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I liked them. She felt that they
It
were
was
a
a
little
cur-
doughy, and she
well-
felt that she upset Bart's stomach. She was very concerned that she upset Bart's stomach.
Did that happen?
Oh, yeah.
It did.
I was dropping deuces.
He shared this with you? He
No,
didn't-
no, I could smell it. I could smell what Bart was cooking on Saturday night.
Wow. That's, yeah. What do you want me to do with that? I don't even know. You know, I like the curveball with the croissant in that. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Because usually it's that little mini bun.
Yeah,
thing.
right.
But this was with croissants. I didn't realize that Bart's ass ran faster than his feet. That's
So,
tough.
with the pigs in the blanket, and I'm sorry, guys, I know you want to talk about wrestling, but it's important.
But
With the
this is
pigs in the
important,
blanket,
folks.
did you like it with the mustard or the ketchup?
I like, if I'm going to put anything on a dog, it's usually mustard. Usually. But I ate those plain.
Yeah, dude.
Because I didn't want to have an incident.
We ate so much food.
Dude, you kept giving me slices. I think I ate like...
You ate like a pie.
I think
dude.
I
You were
did.
chowing down.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
never seen you eat that much.
Yeah.
In my as long as I've known
That
you.
was a lot. Yeah, I ate a lot.
And you hung in there, not one run to the bathroom. You did
No,
okay.
that was good.
You did
You
all
should
right.
have seen me the next day.
That was the next
was
day.
that?
A little rough the next day.
No, it wasn't rough. It was cooperating. It just kept hanging around.
I just
I'm
felt
like,
bad for
what
my
the-
wife. My wife's like,
Again?
I really beat up on Bart's stomach. And I'm like,
That's terrible.
it happens.
Oh, I thought I heard a toilet flushing.
All right, so anyway,
All right. Oy.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Give me a breakdown, bro. Let's start off. I'll start off with a match and just
go ahead.
give your evaluation. The Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, Bray Wyatt.
Terrible. Terrible.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Boring. Dumb. Weird. It was weird. And, you know me. You heard me, like, point at the screen in horror. I was like, look at the canvas. It says Mountain Dew!
You and I were complaining so much.
Oh,
we missed
man.
Uncle Howdy. We saw him
I
jump
saw him.
off.
Yeah.
But guess what?
What?
We didn't realize he was supposed to be jumping on LA Knight.
just-
We had no clue. We just thought he jumped. Remember,
Yeah,
like,
it looked
what
like
did he
he-
just jump?
Yeah, what did he do? Well, I knew LA Knight was there. I don't even know if you saw him, though. He just seemed to land.
And by the way, this was the biggest grossing event
I
in
know.
WWE
I'm
history.
so confused. Apparently, you don't have to give us WrestleMania 3. You're going to make some money.
Well, dude, you know what?
Interesting.
Think about it.
Very
It is
interesting.
like the excitement of the Rumble. Look, you don't
Yeah.
always have a great Super Bowl, right?
No. And every year they make more money than the previous one, right?
Yeah. So,
So it is what it is.
all right. What'd you think of the WWE Raw's Women's Championship match with Bianca Belair against Alexa Bliss?
It's okay. This wasn't, to me, such a great Royal Rumble card. I didn't really, we were sitting there actually kind of like, what the?
I was
You
thinking this, right? Because they showed the clip with the Monday Night Raw before where Alexa Bliss is like, I'm going to rip your face apart and I'm going to let you keep your eyes because you really some vicious words.
Just seemed like a regular old match.
She puts her in a headlock.
Right.
It's like,
I'll
oh,
show you.
headlock.
Yeah, I'll show you. Armbar.
I'm going to rip your face off. But hold on, I'll give you a headlock
noogie.
first.
Why didn't you just give her a noogie?
Noogie.
That would have been great.
Noogie.
Hey, break that noogie! 1, 2, 3. That would have been fantastic. No,
Well,
the match was just
so
there.
far, the Royal Rumble's got an F in your...
I would give it a D. It's poor so far.
All right.
I'm not going to give it an F. That's rough. A D.
What are we going to go to the men's Rumble? No, we'll go to Roman Reigns against Kevin Owens.
Fucking amazing. See, that saves everything. You know how we always discuss this. That the last thing you see on the pay-per-view is usually the only thing that people remember.
Yeah.
Now, I found that Monday was Sunday. This was on Saturday.
Yes.
I found that Sunday, I was like in shock kind of because we sat there all Saturday night. This sucks.
Right.
This is shit. This is garbage. And then at the end, we were like, oh my God, fucking A! The next day, I didn't hear one bad or read one really bad review on this pay-per-view. That was great. I think they all just remember the end.
Well, to be fair, and I don't
at
want
least
to,
I didn't
I don't
see
want to
anything,
jump ahead.
killing
There
it.
the women's
you know?
Royal Rumble, which I know you weren't happy, but
Right.
we'll talk about it
I was
later.
happy with the end result.
That the ending
Right.
was really well done. But
Yes,
let's talk about
yes.
Reigns Owens.
Reigns Owens was great all across
I
the
want
board.
I want to say this. I said this to you about
match,
Reigns.
everything.
Reigns is like a special attraction,
Right?
and he never gives you a bad match. Is he the
No.
greatest wrestler of all time? No.
No, but he always pretty much gives a
And you think
Yeah.
he's going, it doesn't matter. You know he's going to win.
Right.
But he makes you feel like he might
may
lose
lose,
all of a
right,
sudden.
yes,
How's,
yes.
Oh my God, he is going to lose. And all of a sudden you're
Right.
believing he's going to lose.
Right.
And I got to tell you, the best part of this match, in my opinion, and then you tell me what you thought, is when he gets pissed off at Owens and starts ramming his head against the stairs.
That was the best part of the match. I agree
Then he
with
pins
that.
him, and then the beatdown occurs, and
Right.
everybody knows what happened with Sami
Sure.
Zayn. So
Just
go ahead.
amazing stuff, man. The match itself was an excellent match.
It was.
Just the whole way through. That
Yeah.
was an excellent match. And, once again, props for Kevin Owens, too, right?
Kevin Owens, incredible.
Kevin Owens is a great
I was thinking to
in-ring
myself,
storyteller. He
about a
always
year
has been.
about a year ago this time,
Yeah.
it was up in the air whether Owens and Zayn were going to stay with the WWE.
Right.
And they signed, and
They both
everybody's
did.
like, what a mistake. What are you thinking now?
Well, I'm thinking that those people just don't understand, do they? They'll never understand. I think that every single wrestler out there, and most of them will openly admit it, from the moment that they're children and they first fall in love with wrestling, they want to play for the Yankees. Well, folks, that's the WWE. That's the Yankees. That's where you want to go. That's where you aspire to go. I don't think most of them go, I just can't wait to wrestle in New Japan. I'm not seeing it.
Wait, you
You
know
know?
what's funny? When we had Enzo in here, Enzo said, I think I could quote him, that when you break up with your girlfriend,
Right.
you want nothing to do with her.
Right.
I realized at that moment that's CM Punk's problem.
Right.
CM Punk, he dreamt about being in the WWE, and then
course he
his
did.
real dreams came true when he was getting this major push.
Right.
And then the girlfriend left him for The Rock. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right. I
he
do.
couldn't handle it.
No.
And he still can't handle it. And
No.
he's still angry over it.
It's just-
and the fact of the matter is, dude, it's like, it was I guess if we got dumped, we
Right.
get hurt too, right?
Right. Yeah, I've always understood why Punk was pissed off. I've always understood that. But at the same time, I probably would have told him, hey, man, this is the greenest grass, okay? You made it here. Relax. Play a little ball, maybe. Take a little off your own fastball. Pull back a little bit.
Right.
Because look at Kevin Owens. When Kevin Owens lost to The Fiend, right? Several years back. I
Right.
mean, Kevin Owens is, Kevin Owens dropped the belt to Goldberg, didn't he? Or like the Universal one years ago. He could have walked the hell out of here. Why am I losing to Goldberg? Or why am I losing to that? He wound up being patient, believed in the company, believed in the people around him, believed in the product, believed in everything, the business. He believed in it. And look how he got rewarded. He fought Stone Cold last year.
And think about
this year, he's in the Royal Rumble fighting for the,
And you're
the belt.
Kevin Owens
is very happy, and he
you're
should
Kevin
be.
Owens at that time.
Yeah.
If you're really smart, you got to recognize that Goldberg's one of the biggest names in wrestling.
My God, come
and you
on.
got to realize, like, yeah, I've got to do the job for the betterment of what's going on
Right.
here. And eventually, hopefully, I'll be the guy that people are jobbing to because
Right.
I'm the man.
Right.
And he's getting to that level,
He's
right?
he's already been at that level. He's gone up and down over his time in the WWE. Dude, he's been world champion. He's been champion of everything. He's had basically every belt. What hasn't he done? What hasn't he done?
Well, he's got a lot more to do.
Yeah. And the funny thing is if it ended today, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer already with this company.
It's
He's
funny.
in.
I would 2 years ago would never have
He's
thought
in.
it. I used to make fun
He's
of him.
in.
Totally different.
Yeah.
All right, Women's Royal Rumble. Again, everything was very predictable, and that's what bothers me too.
Okay.
Oh, it's so predictable. Okay, and it's also predictable that the Jets are going to lose every week.
Right.
Right. It's
50
like
years later, here we are.
What are you going to get mad?
This is your week.
It's so predictable.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that was Farrell had me laughing, guys, at home because he
What
was
did I
making
do?
a fun of some pro wrestling expert there that
Right.
was posting, it's so predictable. And Farrell's like, you go to McDonald's, it's so predictable. I have to pay for this
Yeah,
food.
I can't believe it. I ordered a number 5 combo and they made me pay. Predictable!
Don't get me started. Anyway.
I was driving my car and it ran out of gas because I didn't go to the gas station first. Predictable! Give me a fucking break. Ugh, miserable.
Women's Rumble.
Miserable mensch.
Ripley wins.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
I
That
will
was
tell
good.
you, I think you would agree,
Wow.
that the ending was so well written where Liv Morgan
Mm-hmm.
gets the green mist from Asuka. She can't see. Asuka gets knocked off. And now Rhea's about to fall off. And Liv is feeling her weight. So well done.
Yeah, it was well done. I mean, I don't mind predicting. Look, the right people won that night. The right people won the matches that night. So anyone sitting at home like, this is predictable is an idiot. It's okay to give. I just wish it was done in a little more spectacular fashion. A few surprises here and there. Maybe a little more, especially in a men's rumble.
By the way, shout out Joey S. You left me hanging Saturday night. Thanks a lot, pal.
What? What the hell was that? I completely missed that one, but that's all right. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. What? What, is Marty calling or something?
No.
No. What? I can't see. You know I
Lower
can't
your voice.
see. I still can't see. Oh. You, sorry, folks. This person.
Spidey!
Aye.
Spidey. Anyway.
That's what this is. You know, there's a number 2 pencil somewhere down south.
So Rhea wins.
Yeah.
Rhea wins, right?
What the fuck was that? Go ahead, Rhea wins.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right.
Satisfied?
I was satisfied, weren't you?
Dude, I love Rhea.
What about
Ripley,
Nia
dude.
coming out? Nailed that one.
You did nail that one.
Yeah.
You
She's not
think
like
Nia
most
stays
girls.
full time?
No, she's too fat.
Dude,
That's
she
rough,
was,
but-
she was
Dude, did she-
2 times bigger
She's
than
even bigger.
Dewdrop.
Dude,
Or Piper Levin.
Piper
whatever.
Niven.
Whatever.
Get the name straight.
Dewdrop is so much better.
Dewdrop is horrendous.
Dewdrop
I'd
rules.
rather be Piper
But she
Niven.
was literally 2 times the size of Piper Niven.
Yeah, she was. She was 2 Ottomans. That was
Wow.
rough. What? She's big.
All right, so in the Women's Rumble, what was your best moment, in your opinion?
I was happy when Nia came down, but I don't know if I even have a best.
How'd you like the
moment.
way they Andre'd her? They all
That was
teamed
awesome.
up her and threw her out. I thought that was
thought
great.
I thought that was great. They really were low on big surprises, though, this Royal Rumble, just in general. You know, I mean, I know that I guess we'll get to that. You want to talk about the men's Royal
Go
Rumble?
ahead. Go ahead.
What I found hilarious, folks, watching the matches with Mr. Monty here in the Bartman, I was laughing my ass off, like, internally, because you came as the match is going on. You drew up at least 8 different scenarios where The Rock was going to come out.
Yes, I did.
And it was hilarious because I'm like, dude, he's not. At that point, I was like, I don't think this is happening. And you were like, oh, here he comes. I know what's going to happen now. Oh my! It was
so bad.
Extra number 15. Okay, this is what's going to happen. I'm like, would you stop? It was like you know,
Dude, when Rey Mysterio had come out, I'm like, oh my God, this is when the
right,
Rock.
The
yeah.
Rock is going to take his slot. And then you were like, you know, at least Dominic could win. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like, listen.
I was so.
I said,
so
Cody is winning this
disappointed.
fucking Royal Rumble. That's how this is gonna go, you know. And it did. And I was happy. I liked the ending of the Royal Rumble. I thought that was great. I did say I said Cody and Seth would be the last 2. I was off by 1, right? Seth
yeah,
went out,
right, yeah.
and then you had the last 2. But I mean,
Well, you bypassed what you thought was kind of cool, the whole Brock Lesnar thing. Right,
that was
with
great. He got
Lashley. That was
tossed
pretty
out
damn
in
good.
3 minutes.
That was
What
not
was
bad.
that?
That wasn't
You know?
bad.
Well, maybe Brock had heard that the pay-per-view sucked. He wanted to go home.
I would have. Oh, Booker, the down part for Pharaoh was Booker T.
Oh. Tell me I did not just see that. Yeah, it was rough. At first, like, and it was funny, too. We're both like, wow, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We're getting all excited and shit. And the camera's interesting, because as they show him coming down the ramp, you see his upper body. You don't see the rest of him yet.
Right.
And we were like, wow, he looks great. He looks jacked. And then he got in the ring, and you could see his legs. Bo Diddley meet bow-legged. I was like, ooh, and his legs were definitely thinner. And like, look, he's getting older. I mean, it is what it is, but I was like kind of depressed looking at them bow legs. That was rough. That was rough. The only thing missing was the big unicycle thing that you ride that way. You know, I was like, I'm serious. Booker, please. More like Booker, please. Don't come out there like that. Yeah, I thought that was rough.
Overall, what was your ranking for the Royal Rumble?
Okay, well, the ending was obviously the whole last match was an A+. Right? But does that save everything else? I'm going to be a little rougher than most people. I'm going to say no, it doesn't. I'll give this Royal Rumble a C. It was okay as a whole. It was okay. I like the end results. I like the decisions that they made. Just wasn't very spectacular getting there outside of the main event. And that's it. That's pretty much it.
I was totally disappointed. I knew this would happen. If The Rock didn't come, I knew I was going to be disappointed no matter what.
He's got to come.
But I will tell you that ending match kind of made it all just go away because I
course.
realized, hey, you know what?
It saved the
They
night.
may not need The Rock.
No,
This
they-
storyline is so hot.
storyline's great.
You may not need The Rock.
Right.
And I will tell you, when the fans were screaming, fuck you, Roman,
Ooh, that worked.
I was like, holy shit,
Oh,
he
did
has
that work.
really done his job right
Yep,
now.
that worked. And you know what? If this particular card doesn't prove that currently Vince McMahon has nothing to do with the script, nothing will. This was Triple H. Notice, where's The Rock? Where's the spectacular surprises? Where's the circus? You know, you didn't get it. What you had was Triple H booking it like he would book it. This guy should win. He's going to win. No surprises. This guy should win.
One thing I want to point out,
so
though,
Triple H's war.
and I've been saying
is
this
different from
I've been
Vince.
saying this for a long time.
Yeah.
Is a lot of these NXT stars, the small ones, they can't wrestle on the main roster.
Right.
Johnny Gargano getting in there, you could see it was like a child playing baseball with a bunch of men. It was
That's interesting.
to me, it was almost uncomfortable.
Right. Okay.
I don't know what it is about Rey Mysterio, but you don't feel that way with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, he's got a very big aura.
Right. But like the guys like Gargano and some other guys, it's like they
You know
should
what?
go to AEW because that's where they belong with the smaller athletic
Look,
guys.
There's reasons why we feel this way, and this is how we look at wrestling. And I'll give you a great example. The very young Kurt Hennig, who first came to the WWF in 1980-81, was very small.
Yes.
He was skinny. In
Yes.
comparison
Yes.
to Sergeant Slaughter,
Uh-huh.
to the Magnificent Morocco,
Yep.
to Greg the Hammer Valentine, he looked like a twerp.
You did.
And he lost to them like a twerp.
Yes.
Many years later, as he grew into a man and became big and beefy and 240, just like everybody else that he used to get pounded by,
Right.
and he was Mr. Perfect, and he had totally changed his demeanor and his aura and his shtick, okay, then we had the eternally amazing Mr. Perfect.
But let's go on the other side. So it's funny when
Yeah.
you bring up Kurt Hennig, it always reminds me of other certain guys like Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, who
Right.
wasn't Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
Right.
Eddie Gilbert, you knew could never come back to the WWE because he just like I was always shocked when you'd get the mags and you see Eddie Gilbert was like their number one wrestler, and I was like, what? Like it as a wrestling fan, it never as a WWE guy, it never settled with
Did you
me.
picture Mike Graham fighting Sergeant Slaughter for the WWE
Never.
Championship? Oh, what, are
Never.
you kidding me?
Never.
Slaughter would kill him.
Never.
Yeah, it's just not believable.
No, it's not.
You know, bottom
It's not.
line, it's just not believable. At least it's not to the people who were living through that generation when it seemed to make more sense than it does today. Quite honestly, because you can be like, look, Marco Stunt wouldn't even have a career when we were kids.
Well, the reality of it, you have to think about it. Is,
Oh, but there's opportunity now. Get the hell
You
out of
have
here.
to-
He's so small. What are we talking about?
But you have to think
Aye.
about it is that in real life,
Yeah.
very rarely can a 150-pound guy beat up a 250-pound
This is
guy.
mathematically correct.
No, it happens.
You sure it does.
You know what I
if
mean?
your
And
name's
I'm-
Bruce Lee,
Right, well, yeah, or you could be really good at karate, and the other guy could just be
just a
fucking
big
wimp.
slob.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah,
So,
that's another thing too. You could be a large guy and have no chin.
yes,
You
absolutely.
know, some of us like being hit in the face.
but,
It's like,
but
okay,
again,
what
the word
now?
the word is
Hey.
pro wrestler.
Right,
Pro wrestler. So you have to assume
Right.
because they're pro,
right, right,
making believe it's real.
right.
Is going, oh, this is truly a tough guy. So my whole point is when you see a guy like Gargano, this was when he came back and everybody's like, it's Johnny Wrestling. All I thought to myself was, this just isn't going to fly.
Right.
I mean, Christ almighty, I'll say it again. Randy Orton, who isn't known
He's
as a
a
big
beast.
bodybuilding beast, man.
He's a
that guy
beast.
is so huge.
He is.
It's unbelievable.
He's 6
In
foot,
fact,
whatever.
tomorrow
He's a
we've got
big
Chris
boy.
Masters in, and Chris Masters is a friggin' beast, right?
Maybe.
Well, anyway, with that, that's been This Week in Wrestling. This is Mike Monty.
This is the Pharaoh. Say a prayer for my neck. See you next week. Later.